In decision theory and general systems theory, a mindset is a set of assumptions, methods, or notations held by one or more people or groups of people that is so established that it creates a powerful incentive within these people or groups to continue to adopt or accept prior behaviors, choices, or tools. This phenomenon is also sometimes described as mental inertia, groupthink, or a paradigm, and it is often difficult to counteract its effects upon analysis and decision-making processes. A mindset can also be seen as incident of a person's Weltanschauung or philosophy of life. For example, there has been quite some interest in the typical mindset of an entrepreneur. Mindsets in politics. A well-known example is the Cold War mindset prevalent in both the US and USSR, which included absolute trust in two-player game theory, in the integrity of command chain, in control of nuclear materials, and in the mutual assured destruction of both in the case of war. Although most consider that this mindset usefully served to prevent an attack by either country, the assumptions underlying deterrence theory have made assessments of the efficacy of the Cold War mindset a matter of some controversy. Most theorists consider that the key responsibility of an embedded power group is to challenge the assumptions that comprise the group's own mindset. According to these commentators, power groups that fail to review or revise their mindsets with sufficient regularity cannot hold power indefinitely, as a single mindset is unlikely to possess the flexibility and adaptability needed to address all future events. For example, the variations in mindset between Democratic Party and Republican Party presidents in the U.S. may have made that country more able to challenge assumptions than the Kremlin with its more static bureaucracy. Modern military theory attempts to challenge entrenched mindsets in dealing with asymmetric warfare, terrorism, and the proliferation of weapons of mass destruction. In combination, these threats represent a revolution in military affairs, and require very rapid adaptation to new threats and circumstances. In this context, the cost of not implementing adaptive mindsets cannot be afforded. Collective mindsets. Naturally, the question regarding the embodiment of a collective mindset comes to mind. Erickson's analysis of group identities and what he calls a life plan seems relevant here. He recounts the example of American Indians, who were meant to undergo a re-education process meant to imbue a modern life plan that aimed for a house and a richness expressed by a filled bank account. Erickson writes that the Indians' collective historic identity as buffalo hunters was oriented around such fundamentally different reasons goals that even communication about the divergent life plans was itself difficult. There is a double relation between the institution embodying, for example, an entrepreneurial mindset and its entrepreneurial performance. Firstly, an institution with an entrepreneurial philosophy will set entrepreneurial goals and strategies as a whole, but maybe even more importantly, it will foster an entrepreneurial milieu, allowing each entity to pursue emergent opportunities. In short, philosophical stance codified in the mind, hence as mindset, led to a climate that in turn causes values that lead to practice. Collective mindsets in this sense are described in such works as Hutchins' Cognition in the Wild, who analyzes a whole team of naval navigators as the cognitive unit or as computational system, or Senge's knowledge entrepreneurship in universities. There are also parallels to the emerging field of collective intelligence and exploiting the wisdom of the crowds of stakeholders. Zara notes that since collective reflection is more explicit, discursive, and conversational, it therefore needs a good adgestal. Especially when it comes to information and communication technology. Most historians use the concept of mentality or mindset to denote very slowly changing mental dispositions active over longer periods of time, but occasionally there have been efforts to also apply it to much more rapidly changing historical situations such as the French Revolution or the short period of Allied occupation of Germany after World War II. Fixed mindset and growth mindset. According to Carol Dweck, individuals can be placed on a continuum according to their implicit views of where ability comes from. Some believe their success is based on innate ability. These are said to have a fixed theory of intelligence. Others, who believe their success is based on having opposite mindset, which involves hard work, learning, training and doggedness, are said to have a growth, or an incremental theory of intelligence. Individuals may not necessarily be aware of their own mindset, but their mindset can still be discerned based on their behavior. It is especially evident in their reaction to failure. Fixed mindset individuals dread failure because it is a negative statement on their basic abilities, while growth mindset individuals don't mind or fear failure as much because they realize their performance can be improved and learning comes from failure. These two mindsets play an important role in all aspects of a person's life. Dweck argues that the growth mindset will allow a person to live a less stressful and more successful life. Dweck's definition of fixed and growth mindsets from a 2012 interview. In a fixed mindset, students believe their basic abilities, their intelligence, their talents, are just fixed traits. They have a certain amount and that's that, and then their goal becomes to look smart all the time and never look dumb. In a growth mindset, students understand that their talents and abilities can be developed through effort, good teaching and persistence. They don't necessarily think everyone's the same or anyone can be Einstein, but they believe everyone can get smarter if they work at it. In particular, an individual's mindset impacts how they face and cope with challenges, such as the transition into junior high school from elementary school or losing your job. According to Dweck, individuals with a growth theory are more likely to continue working hard despite setbacks. Individuals' theories of intelligence can be affected by subtle environmental cues. For example, children given praise such as "good job, you're very smart" are much more likely to develop a fixed mindset, whereas if given compliments like "good job, you worked very hard," they are likely to develop a growth mindset. While elements of our personality such as sensitivity to mistakes and setbacks can make us predisposed towards holding a certain mindset, we are able to develop and reshape our mindset through our interactions. In multiple studies, Carol Dweck and her colleagues noted that alterations in mindset could be achieved through praising the process through which success was achieved. Behaving. College-aged students read compelling scientific articles that support one view or the affair or teaching junior high school students a thought every time they try hard and learn something new, their brain forms new connections that, over time, make them smarter These studies all demonstrate how framing and discussing students' unregistered trademark work and effort play a considerable role in the type of mindset students develop and students' unregistered trademark conceptions of their own ability. Dweck unregistered trademark's research and theory of growth and fixed mindsets has been useful in intervention strategies with at-risk students, dispelling negative stereotypes in education held by teachers and students, understanding the impacts of self-theories on resilience, and understanding how process praise can foster a growth mindset and positively impact students' unregistered trademark motivation levels. Productive mindset and defensive mindset. According to Chris Argery, there are two dominant mindsets in organizations, the productive mindset and the defensive mindset. The productive mindset seeks out valid knowledge that is testable. The productive reasoning mindset creates informed choices and makes reasoning transparent. The defensive mindset, on the other hand, is self-protective and self-deceptive. When this mindset is active, people or organizations only seek out information that will protect them. Truth can be shut out when it is seen as threatening. The defensive mindset may lead to learning based on false assumptions or prevent learning altogether. See also, attitude, cognitive bias, confirmation bias, infrastructure bias, mem and memetics, paradigm, Einstellung effect, entrepreneurial mindset, philosophy of life, set, victim mentality, Weltanschauung. References, Argery, see Reasons and Rationalizations, The Limits to Organizational Knowledge. Oxford University Press. Ericsson, Identität und Lebenszyklus, Surkamp, Henschel, K. The Mental Aftermath. The Mentality of German Physicists 1945–1949. Oxford University Press. Hutchins, E-Cognition in the Wild. Cambridge, Massachusetts, London, MIT Press. Sengs, M. 2007. Knowledge Entrepreneurship in Universities, Practicing Strategy in the Case of Internet-Based Innovation Appropriation, Surowiecki, J. The Wisdom of Crowds, while the many are smarter than the few. London, Abacus. Bovel, M. Ideologies and Mentalities. Chicago, University of Chicago Press, Trans Albi, Eamon O'Flaherty. Zara, O. Managing Collective Intelligence, Towards a New Corporate Governance, www.axiopol.com http, www.axiopol.com Managing Collective Intelligence PDF, Major Solnais Lumbaka. AWG program reinforces adaptive mindsets, builds adaptive army leaders. References